Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. So as of late, something that's been coming up a lot in in emails, somebody posted something on the wall, messages, just in general, and in my own personal life, is the question of nature or nurture. Are narcissists born or are they made? Do we turn people into narcissists? This has actually really come into play in my own personal life lately as well. I don't know what the clinical answer is. I'm, not a doctor or psychologist, any of those things. Everybody knows that. But I can speak from my own experience. And my own experience is that I have 3 children. One, my oldest, has a different biological father. Many of you know that. I think I've mentioned it in the past. My 2 younger children are from my ex, the narcissist. As of late, and as they have turned into adults, and in some, I'd say middle school years on up, there were definitely differences, there were definitely changes. They acted very differently from one another. I thought they were all wonderful, loving children, and I don't know if maybe I, had blinders on, or if I was just so stressed and distracted by all that I was dealing with, not myself, and being fully observant to what was really going on, that I didn't see these things. A couple of my kids were pointing out characteristics in one of the children, and I thought, oh, they're just ganging up on that third sibling, whatnot. And like I said, I don't think I was present. I think that's one of the things that I noticed most now in my own personal experience, in my own life. It's just a day and night change. I don't think I was present during the time that I was married to the narcissist. Now I'm very much in the moment, day to day. It's fabulous. I'll talk about that at another time. Along with that, pointing out things, about the one sibling, as they've gotten older, I realized that my oldest, who has a different father, is nothing like my 2 other children, and nothing like the narcissist, the man who raised him. Not even this much. So definitely nature over nurture there. And in regards to my 2 children that I have with the narcissist, they are very much like him. They are the same in some ways and very different in other ways, but they both have characteristics of their father, not good ones. Again, pointing out to nature, my ex, who we all know is Satan, is exactly like his father. And his father is a world-class a-hole. And he's exactly like him. And the more I saw him looking, acting, talking, just being him, I was like, this girl's gonna check out at some point. There's no way. Because I saw what he was like down the road and how he treated everybody. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. He's just like him. Now, people can say, oh, I'm just like my dad, but my dad's not an a-hole. My dad wasn't an a-hole. You'd have to search far and wide to find people to say he was a bad guy. So, yeah, being like your parent can be a good thing or a bad thing. And in this case, it's a bad thing. He was exactly like him. And I am starting to see that the 2 children that I had with him are very much like him, and have some of those characteristics, unfortunately. Maybe I didn't see them when they were young. Maybe I didn't want to see them when they were young. Maybe I was in denial. I don't know. Again, we see what we want to see. We're not present, at least in my situation. I guess I can speak for myself. I wasn't present all the time. I was not in the moment. Do we make them that way? Are they born that way? I guess it can go both ways. I recently spoke with somebody who was speaking of a friend, and this woman is observing behaviors in her 7-year-old that she is concerned are very much like his narcissistic father, who is removed from their lives for many reasons. And she's, concerned that he's going to be like him. He's 7 years old and he's already, demanding and manipulative, and you don't spend time with me, and, you don't do things with me the way you do with my brother and my sister, And again, is that just 7-year-old, bratty behavior? Is it a 7-year-old acting out because his parents aren't together? There could be a lot of other things at play there, but this mom is already aware that this child doesn't act like her 2 other children. you know, he's displaying behaviors that they have not, or that they didn't. I'd love some feedback on this. You know, I've gotten some already, and I appreciate it. The comments that many of you have left, I appreciate, again, your openness and your honesty. And I think that's what this is all about, just being honest with each other so that we can support each other and help each other get through all of this. I'm in a great place, but it's not over. You're like never really out of those woods, because the damage and everything that went on is just so deep seated. This is something that my therapist brought up the other day. She said, you know, you're not very far removed from all this. You know, she gets on me for being too hard on myself, being too critical, you know, not cutting myself any slack. And I think that's something that we really need to do. We need to cut ourselves some slack. The damage that you do really goes a long way. If you were in a narcissistic relationship and raised by a narcissistic parent, whoa, got a double whammy, like me. I'm coming out of, you know, I'm 3 years out of 24 years of his, you know, nonsense. And prior to that, my mom was, you know, right there. We do need to cut ourselves some slack. We need to realize that, you know, this doesn't just get, you know, wiped away. It's not this, you know, whiteboard that you just clear off and it's all pretty and clean and shiny. You know, you can shine it up on the outside, but there's always like that film. There's always that residue, you know, just that shadow of a blue or a red that won't go away. And that's what we need to work on. We need to work on getting rid of all of it. So I appreciate everybody supporting one another and supporting this page, because that's what we're doing. We're cleaning that board off, and we're just going to scrub and scrub and scrub until the shadows of that writing is just gone and it is all shiny and new. And we'll get there, because the strides that are made when you go no contact and you remove the toxic people are just, they're indescribable. So you just keep going, keep trucking along, you know, keep your chin up, and we just keep helping each other out. So keep the questions coming, keep the comments coming, keep the emails, and I love the support that you all give each other on the page, and in answering each other's questions or commenting on things, because a lot of this stuff is, you know, way over my head, or it's something that I didn't personally experience that I can't speak to. So I love that you guys help each other out. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back soon with some more material and some more questions. But that's it for today. So ciao for now.